I'm Laurie Simmons, and Jimmi DeSana was my best friend. I met Jimmi DeSana on the A train going out to the beach at Far Rockaway with a bunch of friends. I remember the camera around his neck, and it was spray painted white. And even though he was like kind of a manly man, he had a little tiny diamond choker around his neck.
He's such a legend in my life because of the fact that he's the person who made my mom an artist, and he's the person who made her feel like her entire life was going to be possible. She told me this amazing thing, which is that they don't have any photos of themselves together because they were always taking photos of each other.
I learned everything I know about photography from hanging around his darkroom. Everything.
He had this one thing he did, which is take amazing portraits of downtown personalities. But then he also made this incredibly fetishistic, complicated work about human bodies.
He was very poetic in his work, and he was very passionate about the potential for it to push boundaries.
He died of AIDS when I was 4 in 1990.
The day that he died, I got off the bus to see Lena and her dad, and it was a beautiful day, a sunny day, but the colors were so highlighted. I felt like everything was in high relief. And my husband said, Jimmi just died.
He was sort of the first idea of loss that I had ever had. And I understood implicitly that it was an unfair loss.
We knew that AIDS was a death sentence. The expression living with AIDS did not exist because no one with AIDS lived. He asked me if I would be willing to take on his work. The moment I saw the boxes, the darkroom, the chaos that I'd inherited, I thought, you're looking at 20 years. And I thought, I have what he didn't have, which is the gift of time.
My mother took all her love for Jimmi and she put it into making sure that his artwork never died.
People are passionate about the work. The Museum of Modern Art in New York just bought work. The Whitney has work. The Metropolitan Museum of Art has work. We've had so many shows.
My mother is one of so many women who lost their best friends, their mentors, to AIDS. They couldn't do anything about it. All they could do was use their caretaking skills and use their voices.
It's amazing to me that amfAR started the year that Jimmi was diagnosed with AIDS, and they've been fighting the fight since then.
Jimmi's death raised my consciousness about HIV and AIDS, and I just feel so glad that organizations like amfAR are raising everybody's consciousness. There's still 1.2 million people in the US and 37 million people worldwide living with HIV and AIDS. Since 1985, amfAR has been leading the way with innovative research, but there's still so much work left to do. When Jimmi died 26 years ago, it was impossible for anyone to imagine a cure, and now there is so much hope on the horizon.